Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to K13 Media's live coverage of Gordon State College Highlander basketball today. Coming to you live from Barnesville, Georgia. We are on the campus of Gordon State College, and we are getting you ready for the start of today's season opener as Gordon State is going to be taking on the Manta Rays from Florida State College in Jacksonville. Once again, it's great to have you here with us inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. Joining me today for the broadcast, good friend of mine and a local high school basketball coach from the area. You see on his shirt right here, he is the head man at Jackson High School in Jackson, Georgia, head coach of the Red Devils men's basketball team. Coach Eddie Snell is here with me today. And, Coach, it's good to have you back in the broadcast booth. And Coach Snell and I have done some football games before. We've even done high school volleyball, but I think this is his debut for college basketball. Man, it's so good to see you. Welcome back.
Man, it's so good to be here. For a moment, I thought you was going to say local legend.
Well, you're working on that. Working on the local legend part. So,
got a long way to go for that.
Well, listen, you've done great your first 2 years at Jackson High School. Of course, Jackson High School just about 20 miles east of Gordon State College here in Barnesville. And it's kind of a home game here in Barnesville because, Coach, we get a lot of athletes, a lot of students from Jackson that come here to join us in Barnesville, Georgia at Gordon State College.
Yeah, a lot of our kids, our senior class from last year, I think we had a good bit of kids that come out here to Gordon. Traditionally, you get kids from Jackson, from Griffin, from Lamar County, from Mary Persons. So, you know, it becomes sort of a homecoming for those kids. But yeah, man, it's good to be in a city where so close to where we do our business and calling a college game. This is awesome, man. I look forward to doing it.
Well, the plan for all of our Gordon State basketball broadcasts this year, all of our home games, is to try to feature a local high school basketball coach. And I know you've played a lot of them, and the plan is you're here today from Jackson. We've reached out to Rock Springs Christian Academy, Coach David Bates. He's going to be joining us. But, man, you think about Griffin High, Spalding High, Pike, Upson Lee, Mary Persons, Locust Grove, so many great high school basketball programs. Man, within a 15, 20-minute drive in this place?
Yeah. You're going to get OJ from Griffin High School?
I'm reaching out to everybody. Okay. And I'm putting in the message Coach Snell said to personally reach out to you.
Hey, man, listen, I'm going to put a couple of them on blast. I know definitely OJ Moore, real good friend of mine down in Griffin, Coach West from Spalding. Yeah, man, I would love to get all those guys in the booth and you know, see what they can do, see how they stack up.
Well, the fun thing about it is it gets to promote your program.
Oh, yeah.
But it also gets to build a program with Gordon State. We're here with a new head coach this year, so trying to help Coach Sheefen out, learn these teams, players, coaches, and programs, and just get you guys to come talk some trash with me. You coaches don't do anything like that, right?
Occasionally.
Every day.
But man, we have a great relationship with all of the coaches in this little local area. There's no bad blood. There may be some within our fans, but the players respect each other. The coaches definitely respect each other. And, man, I just enjoyed my 2.5 years being a coach down here in this atmosphere.
Well, Coach has helped me with football. We're going to see how he does today in basketball. The clock is counting down. We've got about 6 minutes until we meet today's starting lineup and get the tip-off. Again, it's the season opener in Barnesville. Gordon State College taking on Florida State College out of Jacksonville. And we are live with K13 Media here inside SARC Arena in Barnesville, Georgia. Glad to have you with us.
Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson and Madison sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's actually very simple. It's all about inventory, and we've got it. No matter if you're looking for a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle, or one of our hundreds of high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicles, we have something for everybody. Want to see for yourself? Check out our website at countrysideautomotive.com. At Countryside, we also have the most lenders on-site, ready for any credit situation. We even accept all trades, no matter how new, no matter how old, or no matter how much you owe on your current vehicle, you can trade it today. Come see for yourself, and let's find your new ride at Countryside. I-75 exit 205 in Jackson and I-20 exit 114 in Madison.
Dedication, compassion, and integrity. We've got the experience and expertise. When you need some help and you feel like there's nowhere to go, you can count on us for everything you need to know. The Sellers Law Firm, where clients become family.
And welcome back to Gordon State College in Barnesville. The countdown is on. Just over 4 minutes until we get the tip-off for today. Again, alongside of Coach Eddie Snell, head coach at Jackson High School in Jackson, Georgia. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media, and let's see if we can reset this court cam right now, because until we came on air, this thing was working perfectly fine. I don't know what Coach Snell did to it, but we're – What'd you do to it, Coach? Come on now.
Man, I think it was a couple of fans walked by and bumped it. I mean, I'm not going to take the heat for that one.
Not going to take the heat. Well, there it is. We got it up. We got it working. So I think we're going to be just fine. And by the way, while I have a second, I better do this before I forget, because we have a very special camera operator here today. My wife, who, by the way, is a huge Eddie Snell fan, is on the camera for us today. You want to talk about local legend? Man, my wife thought you were just the best when we were doing football together at Jackson High School last year, and she asked me all the time, do you miss working with Coach Snell? I said, I just miss Coach Snell, period. But my wife, I have one fan. You have two. At least you got my wife and your wife.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. I was just about to say, I'm up to a grand total of 2 now.
That local legend fan club is building. So we are getting the starting lineups brought to the table right now. Eliana is right here. Eliana, you can say hey to everybody. She is getting everything ready at the booth here, and just great to be here, man. Last year, our first year broadcasting Gordon State College basketball. It was a rough year. It was not a year that record-wise, one, you're going to brag about, but these guys fought, Coach, and the record doesn't show it was tremendous success. Made the conference tournament, but a lot of young guys, and the scoreboard and the record books, not really indicative of how the games went, because I was telling Coach Sheafin Thursday when we were over here setting up gear, I was like, Coach, we were in just about every game.
Right.
Except for one. There was one game last year we got our butts handed to us. I mean, Daytona State came in, and at one point last year, I think they got it to number 2 in the country in the JUCO polls, and they came in here and just waxed us. But every other game, it was back and forth. It was tight. But it was those final 2 or 3 minutes that did us in last year. And I don't know if it's conditioning. I don't know if it's mental breakdown, but help me from a coach's standpoint, how you play a full game and don't come up 3 minutes short.
Well, as a coach, that's one of the areas where we earn our paycheck in the last 2 to 3 minutes of the game, and it's about execution too. So as a coach, you have to make sure your players are ready to execute, and as a player, you have to be able to block out everything, focus on the game plan, focus on executing, and it's a make or miss league, like they say in the NBA. But the same thing can be applied to college. Sometimes you miss shots, sometimes you make them. Sometimes you're the hero, sometimes you're the GOAT. So hopefully, Coach will bring in a new perspective. And I know he told me pregame he brought in a lot of transfers.
Yep.
So, hopefully mix in with the kids from last year and bring a new mindset.
Well, I want to say, looking at the roster from today, I think I counted 4, maybe 5 players returning from last year. It's always great to have your returners, but the new blood that's come in and, have new guys in here, that's a good thing to have. But you kind of like some of those guys you had back, too. And we got some great players like Daniel Lamont, Christian Bacon, and, of course, the 6'10 sophomore down low, Cameron Brown. Coach told us he put on about 15 pounds in the offseason, and this kid's going to be fun to watch.
Good. I can't wait to see it.
Well, we can't wait to get it started either. There is your court cam, and we are just about ready for today's starting lineups. Again, our coverage is being presented in part today by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson, Georgia. We'd also like to say thank you to Advanced Roofing and Interiors, headquartered right here in Barnesville, Georgia. The Sellers Law Firm in Griffin, another great partner of ours here with K13 Media. And, of course, our good friends at Buckner's Family Restaurant in Jackson, all helping us make it possible to bring you live coverage of Gordon State Highlander basketball. Well, I'm waiting to get the starting lineup over here. Eliana's working on it. She's got the phone going, smoke coming out of her pen on the clipboard, and we're just about ready to go with it. She's bringing it to us right now, and I think we've just about ready to meet our starting five. Now, they wanted me over the PA system to announce our starters, but without a microphone, it's kind of hard to do that. So I don't know if they still want me to do it or not, but I don't know. I can tell you this. We do have all five of our starters ready for both teams. So, Coach, I can yell really loud, man, but I don't know if I can yell that loud. My wife says I got a big mouth and I talk a lot, but I don't know if it can fill up a gym. So.
Well, I need to save my voice for practice on Monday, so I won't be doing any yelling, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. You guys are getting started, so.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to them Red Devils back home.
All right, well, I think we're going to go with it right here. So we'll give you the starting five. First for Florida State College. They're on your screen right now. It'll be number 0, Eddie Mitchell, a 6'3 sophomore at guard. Jordan Smith will wear number 3. He's a 6'5 sophomore. He'll be a guard. Alex McCray will wear number 5, a 6'2 sophomore, a guard. Number 11 is Abraham Gurjara, a 6'1 sophomore, a guard. And Keenan Johnson will wear number 24. He is a 6'8 freshman playing center. So those are your starting five once again for Florida State. Now for our Highlanders here at Gordon State College, it'll be a 6'6 sophomore, Malachi Stevens. He'll wear number 1. Christian Burnett is a 6'4 freshman wearing number 3. Jamari Piercy, a 6'5 sophomore wearing number 4. Christian Bacon, one of the returners from last year, he'll wear number 6 at 5'10. He's a sophomore. And Cameron Brown, the 6'10 sophomore wearing number 13. Those are your starting five for the Highlanders. Today's starting lineups being presented by Mama's Kitchen in Barnesville, who will be the proud sponsor of today's Player of the Game Award. We're ready to tip it off. Glad to have you here with us. We are underway from Barnesville. Florida State, the Manta Rays out of Jacksonville, Florida, will control the opening tip. This is a Florida State team who won 26 games last season. Most wins in program history. They went to the second round of the national tournament last year. And, of course, they are led by their second-year head coach, John Pertierski. And we have a foul to start the ball game. Foul is going to go on number 6, Christian Bacon, 5'10 sophomore.
I'm sure Coach did not want to start off on defense by, playing great defense for, majority of the shot clock and then get bailed out on a late second 3.
So Bacon is hit with his first foul, and that will send the Manta Rays to the free throw line. Alex McCrary will go 2 out of 2 so far. He's got one more to shoot, and it's an early 2-0 lead for Florida State. And McCrary will nail all 3. So first foul of the game leads to 3 for Florida State College. Again, coming to us today out of Jacksonville, Florida, led by second-year head coach John Pertierski. 3-pointer for the Highlanders. Shot is no good by Christian Burnett. And here come the Rays pushing up court, trying to drive baseline. Nice no-look give and go. Shot too strong by the center, Keenan Johnson. And now he'll have it ripped away, and the Highlanders will push up court. Just underway. Glad to have you here with us. K13 Media's live coverage of Gordon State College Highlander basketball. First game of the season.
Coach calling out an Iverson screen, trying to get 4. Easy look. See if he can go to work.
He's got it.
Good pass down low.
There's Cam with a jump hook.
Nice.
And the 6'10 sophomore, Cameron Brown, has the first 2 points of the ball game for the Highlanders. not only put on some pounds, but he's got the fro grown out a little bit too here today.
He did, man. It looks like when he took the warm-up off, you saw that 15 extra pounds.
Three-pointer at the top of the key is good by Alex McCray. And so far, McCray has all 6 points for Florida State College. 3 from the free throw line and 3 from straight away. Coach, one thing I've noticed about the basketball game here the last couple of years is the shoe game. And I don't know if my wife, who's on camera today, can zoom in on some of these shoes here today. But you see Christian Bacon, who's got the ball now.
Yeah.
He's like my daughter. He's got on mismatched shoes. And they do it on purpose these days.
Well, at least he don't have the left on the right and the right on the left.
That's a good
like
point.
My daughters used to do.
Highlanders trying to go baseline. Floater is up and in.
Oh, good strong move.
That's Christian Burnett, 6'4" freshman.
We work on that all the time, trying to finish through contact.
Burnett is a player that Coach Sheehan at Gordon State is extremely excited about. There's a good ball fake, and Ray's trying to drive baseline. Turnaround jumper, no good, but another foul going to come on the shot. And that's going to send Florida State back to the line. And it looks like they'll be shooting 2. Foul is going to be on number 4. That is Jamari Piercy. Piercy, a 6'5" sophomore for the Highlanders. And now going to the line, it'll be Jordan Smith, 6'5" sophomore for Florida State. 2-point ball game. Smith, the lefty, first free throw's up and good. And a good start at the free throw line for Florida State. They are 4 for 4 as Daniel Lamont will check in to replace Cameron Brown. Daniel Lamont wearing number 8, another returner, 6'6" sophomore. Came to us about halfway through last season, right after New Year's.
I'm sure Coach will harp on closing out. A little bit better on a jump shooter. You typically don't want to give up a foul on a jump shooter.
Second free throw is good, and Jordan Smith is on the board. He's got 2 points. It's 8-4. 17:27 to play. Long three-pointer.
Nice.
Good. Christian Burnett.
They're doing a good job of setting screens, getting guys open, getting guys wide open looks. It's just up to them to knock them down.
It's 8-7. Highlanders trail by 1. Here are the Rays with it. Good defense here for Gordon State. Not allowing Florida State to get it inside. Long three-pointer, no good. Long rebound taken by Christian Bacon. Bacon will bring it up the court. Shortest player on the court, standing at 5'10". But I tell you one thing, that young man is not afraid to take it as we get another 3. Jamari Piercy has his first basket of the ball game, and it's the first lead for Gordon State. 10-8 here in the first half.
That's a good sign from Gordon, knocking down outside shots.
And we got another whistle on the floor. This one going to go against Christian Bacon. So that's going to be 2 early fouls on Bacon. I was talking about Christian on that last offensive possession, only standing at 5'10", but, Coach, you would have thought he was 6'10" last season. As many times as he would drive to the rim, that little guy could get through holes that you didn't think was possible. He is not afraid to take it to the rim, so watch out for that as Christian is back for his sophomore season. 16:25 to play, first half. Highlanders on top, 10-8. Layup off the glass. Oh, good shot. Nice move. Jordan Smith, the point guard, he's got 4, and it's back to a tie ball game.
Yeah, that's a good-looking point guard.
Those lefties always have a little bit of extra style points, don't they, Coach?
Oh, yeah.
We'll go back downstairs. Brown, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by the Rays, and it was Jordan Smith who picked it up.
That's a good look by 13. He'll make more than he missed.
Tie ball game. Inside 16 minutes. Floater in the paint off the side of the rim. No good, but an offensive board, and the putback is up and good. That is Eddie Mitchell, 6'3" sophomore wearing number 0. Puts it back in, and the Rays are back on top, 12-10.
See about getting forward the ball again.
So, Coach, you heard Coach Sheehan, you were saying calling an Iverson screen.
Well, Iverson is where the wing or cutter, they'll set a pick at the free throw line. He'll make what we call an Iverson cut, where he cut across and try to get him open on the perimeter.
Another three-pointer here for Florida State. That is Abraham Garjara for three. And it's a 5-point lead. And there's a shot off the glass, partially blocked in the paint. Keenan Johnson got a piece of it. But Jamari Piercy, number 4, was able to put it up and in.
Good, strong move by Percy.
It's 15-12. Inside 15 minutes to play. Wide open look. Three-pointer, too strong. Rays will try to chase down the loose ball, and they'll get another offensive board. Here's another three. This one short. Rebound, Malachi Stevens. And he'll push it up court for Gordon State.
Well, you knew during pregame when Coach was introducing his starting lineup and everybody was a guard, you knew they was going to come out firing and shooting threes.
Got our first foul going to be coming here. This will go against number 11, Abraham Garjara. It'll be his first, and it will lead us to our first media timeout. 14:26 to play, first half. It's 15-12, Florida State on top early.
Roofing, gutters, siding, painting, concrete, fencing, and more. The list goes on and on. No matter what you need done around the home or office, Advanced Roofing and Interiors can handle it all, even major storm damage. No job too big or too small. When was the last time you checked the condition of your roof? Advanced Roofing and Interiors offers free roof inspections. Don't wait for issues to arise. Contact us today for a free roof inspection. Our expert team will provide an assessment, answer all of your questions, and ensure your peace of mind. Be sure to visit our Facebook page to see recently completed projects and read real customer reviews from real customers. Advanced Roofing and Interiors is locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, and works with all insurance companies. Visit us online at advancedroofingandinteriors.com to learn more and to see all services we offer.
And, of course, a big thank you to our good friends at Advanced Roofing and Interiors, one of our proud partners here in 2024-2025 for the Gordon State College basketball season. Big shout out to Thomas Boswell and his staff at Advanced Roofing and Interiors for not only being with us during basketball season, but it's also great to have them for softball season, baseball season. That's what we do here with K13 Media. We broadcast fast pitch softball, Gordon State baseball, and of course here we are today, the season opener for Gordon State College men's basketball. First game of the year. Yeah, we're going to have a coaches meeting here in front of the scores table. Let's see if we can turn this mic up and take a listen.
Now she says you have a player the wrong name, so we're going to shoot a one shot technical foul, but then go back to point interruption. All right? So you need to shoot it out here. Then we'll go back to point interruption. Go back with 22 seconds underneath. We'll come back to here. I need a blue suit.
All right, well, it looks like we had an issue with the roster for Gordon State. That's going to lead to a technical foul and a free throw coming up for Florida State. Guess it's a good thing to work out all the kinks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get them out this first game. And, you know, I think that's one thing is we get the free throw from Alex McCray. A lot of people don't understand, you know, when you hear college basketball, it's not your typical NCAA Division I mega college. When you get these JUCO levels, head coaches do a lot more than just coach. They got to get the water, the ice, they got to get the scorebooks, the PA announcer.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes on, and we'll get this corrected first game of the year. As Alex McCray will hit the free throw. And, man, what a hot start here for Florida State. They are 6 out of 6 from the free throw line, and they lead by 4, 14-26 first half. We're live today in Barnesville, Georgia, inside of SARC Arena on the campus of Gordon State College. Season opener for both teams. Highlanders throw away the inbound pass. It's stolen by Gajara. They'll run into a stop sign down on the low block, now swinging it around. A good look down low, shot no good, but the third offensive rebound of the day. And that'll lead to a three-pointer, and it's good. Eddie Mitchell.
And that always happens. If you give up an offensive rebound, typically you give up another basket, more than likely a three.
Biggest lead in the ball game here for the Rays. They're up by 7. They are shooting it lights out from beyond the arc as Lamont, too strong down low. Off the glass, and we're going to have a foul come in. It's going to go against Gordon State, and it's going to be Satan Oki, number 23. And that will be his first foul of the ball game. 3 offensive boards so far for Florida State.
That's a tough finish under the basket.
13:46 to play in the first half, 7-point lead. After today, Florida State College will be back home on Wednesday. Back down in Jacksonville, they'll be taking on LSA Prep Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Gordon State will also be in action next Wednesday. We'll be on the road in Alabama. Here's a drive to the paint. Shot blocked by Brown. The 6'10 sophomore got a piece of it, and then a foul after the play is going to go against Eddie Mitchell. And that will be Mitchell's first of the ball game. Gordon State, Coach, check this out. Not only will they play next Wednesday, they'll play Thursday and Friday as well. 3 straight games at Shelton State College in Alabama. Next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Now, I know you've had your share of tournaments and games played before. You ever played 3 in a row as a high school coach?
Not as a high school coach. Well, actually, we have played in Christmas tournaments. But as a player, you would much rather be, especially a young guy, would much rather be on the floor playing than at practice.
That's true.
You know, so those guys, man, I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
About to hit the 13-minute mark.
And being in God's country will help.
Shot clock expiring. Highlanders have to throw it up. It's partially tipped. And the Manta Rays will bring it up court, and we could have an offensive foul here. Let's see, do we get it? Yes, we do. Yeah. Offensive foul going to go on number 5, Alex McCray, trying to create some space on that baseline and got away with the elbow. Tried to get away with the elbow, I should say. That
was good transition defense by 5 and just getting back and being a presence down on the baseline.
12:52 to play, first half. Want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. Glad to have you here. No matter who you're rooting for, Gordon State or Florida State, we're glad to have you with us. We're live today on Facebook and YouTube Live. Highlanders trying to swing it around. They'll go down low, and layup is no good, but a foul going to be called inside as Malachi Stevens was trying to take it up. Foul's going to go on number 11. That's Garza, and that will be his second. And it will send Gordon State to the free throw line for the first time today. Malachi Stevens will shoot him for Gordon State. A 6'6 sophomore out of Charleston, South Carolina. First free throw is good.
The Highlanders are doing a good job of, knocking down perimeter shots, but they're also getting a lot of good looks inside. And that's good perimeter passing down on the block.
Sub will come in. This is Giorgio Francesi, number 15. You see him on your screen. As Stevens knocks down both free throws. It's 19-14. 5-point game. First half action. Florida State going to lose it. Francesi knocked it away from behind, and now he'll throw it away, trying to find Stevens. Up court, and now we're going to have a foul on the Highlanders. Going to get a block here on number 3, Christian Burnett.
Christian was in position. He went for the steal. He probably should have went for the charge. And just, instead of reaching, just stand there.
Hard to take a charge on a fast break.
Yeah.
You got to be, a little crazy or brave or a little bit of both. Florida State with the ball.
Oh, he was
got away. Man, with a backcourt violation there. And now the ball just about stripped away. Fadeaway jumper. Good. Rattles in. Jordan Smith.
Great defense, better offense.
Florida State almost with a backcourt violation. Smith just about lost the dribble and got the friendly roll. And now Francesi throws it away again. And here come the Rays. Wide open 3. Shot is up, no good, and knocked away out of bounds. Last touched by Florida State. And we'll have some subs checking in here for the Highlanders. Christian Bacon will check back in. And we got another media timeout here with 11:37 left on the clock. Gives us a good moment right now to bring you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media, the man to my left right here, Coach Eddie Snell. He is the head basketball coach for the men's team at Jackson High School in Jackson, Georgia, which sits geographically right in the middle of Atlanta and Macon, right off of I-75. And Coach Snell and I have a long history together. I graduated from Jackson High School in 2003.
Yes,
I believe
sir.
you started coaching at Jackson in 2004, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, actually, I was going to come a year early.
You could have just nodded and said, yes, you're right, or you're close.
But they told me you was getting up out of there, so I was like,
As
as soon as he leave, I'm in there.
Well, it is great to have Coach Snell here. And, again, our plan this season for all of our Gordon home broadcasts, try to invite a different local high school basketball coach to sit in this chair. So for all of you watching today, if you know a high school basketball coach and you'd like to see him here and help me call the games, tag them on Facebook, YouTube, send them a text, or just do like Coach Snell's going to do and just call them all out, put them all on blast.
Oh, I'm going to call them out.
Can't wait to have the coaches here with us this year, and glad to have Coach Snell here for game number 1. It's 21-14, 11:30 to play in the first half. Florida State leading by 7. That matches their biggest lead of the game. Three-pointer is no good by Burnett. And the Manta Rays will push it up court. Again, Florida State College at Jacksonville won 26 games last season, their most in program history. Three-pointer, no good. Strong rebound by Burnett. 26 wins, second round of the national tournament, led by their second-year head coach, John Petirski. And Coach Petirski is no stranger to success and taking it to the national level. And here's a shot in the paint, and we're going to get a foul on Florida State. They'll have a blocking foul 22 against number 12, and that is going to be Alex Collier. That'll be his first, and it will send the Highlanders back to the free throw line for the second time. And this time it's going to be Christian Burnett.
When you move the ball as well as they did on that possession, you put the defense in a scramble position, and 9 times out of 10, good things are going to happen.
Christian Burnett, a 6'4 freshman out of Sunrise Christian Academy in Milledgeville, Georgia. First missed free throw for either team. Burnett so far playing with 5. Jamari Piercy also with 5 for Gordon State. Second free throw is good. So 1 out of 2. And Burnett will check out of the ball game. Piercy will come back in. 21-15, lead is back down to 6. Coming up at halftime today, new head coach Greg Sheafin from Gordon State College is going to be sitting right here in the broadcast booth.
Got a little trap.
And Gordon State's going to come away with a steal. And do we get a timeout or a jump ball? Let's see. I believe Gordon State got the timeout.
Nice.
Good full court press there by Gordon State. Defense is able to steal one away. And it'll be a timeout taken by the Highlanders with 10:36 left on the clock. Once again at halftime today, Coach Greg Sheafin, the new head coach for Gordon State College, going to be right here in this broadcast booth. We're going to talk about his journey to Barnesville, how he got here, his previous coaching experience, playing experience, and what he expects out of this Highlander basketball team for the 2024-2025 season. And, you know, I think he's pretty excited, Coach Snell. He seems like he was ready to get this one going. Man, what was it like your first basketball game you coached 2 years ago, that first game as a head coach?
So the first game, we were actually at a Thanksgiving tournament down in Gainesville High School.
Okay.
But we was playing, I believe, it one of the teams in Henry County. But, man, it was, you know, it was a little different being a long-time football, long-time track coach. But, man, it was so much fun. And, you know, it set the tone for the rest of the season. We wound up having a pretty good year that year.
Jumper is no good by Malachi Stevens. That one knocked loose around the rim. Manta Rays come away with a rebound. 10-10 to play. First half. Season opener for both teams. Florida State College in the dark navy blue. Gordon State in the white. Shot clock to 12. Corner 3, no good, but I believe we got a foul. And
another foul on a jump shooter.
Yep. Foul's going to go against number 8, Daniel Lamont. That'll be his first. And that is going to send Florida State back to the free throw line to shoot. Do they call it a 3, Coach? I couldn't see over there in that corner.
Yeah.
If it is, that is the second time today they'll shoot 3 free throws. And shooting them is going to be Eddie Mitchell, number 0. First free throw is up and good. Well, one thing about this Florida State team, they can shoot some free throws.
Oh, man.
Perfect so far. Eddie Mitchell, 6'3" sophomore out of Alston High School in Decatur, Alabama.
Decatur? Where's greater?
Second free throw. I jinxed him. See what I did there? It rattled out.
Nice.
Coach Eddie Snell knows a thing or two about Alabama, Alabama State University alumni.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's even using a purple pin today at the scorer's table to rep his team.
Oh, yeah.
Hornets, right? Hornets.
The Hornets are black and gold.
Black
this
and
represents my fraternity.
Fraternity, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Second free throw was no good. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Gordon State, so Florida State will inbound, and a couple of subs coming in. Alex McCray, number 5, and Abraham Garza, number 11, back in for the Manta Rays.
Chad, that's a good free throw defense on your part. But, man, you got to get that rebound.
Knocked it out underneath. So after hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row, Florida State missed the last 2 on that possession. Inbound pass.
Oh, he's out.
And you called it. Yep, stepped on the line, out of bounds. Abraham Garza right in front of the Highlanders bench. Stepped on the line, and it'll be a turnover in favor of Gordon State. 9:50 to play in the first half. 22 to 15, 7-point lead. That's the biggest either team has had it so far. Christian Bacon looked for the alley-oop, but it's tipped away by Garza. Now it's tipped away by the Highlanders, and they'll throw it away, trying to find Malachi Stevens. That pass just a little too far. Needed all the height of Coach Eddie Snell to bring that one home.
He needed my height, but not my athleticism.
6'5", 6'6"?
6'5".
6'5", okay. Again, good pressure here from Gordon State. 7-point lead, 9:20 to play, first half.
Florida State did a better job of passing through the trap instead of trying to dribble through it like they did last time.
And it's tipped away again by the Highlanders. Another steal by Gordon State. Christian Bacon will lead the offense. Again, 5'10", sophomore, swinging it to the corner and just about threw it away, and it's turned over again off the hands of number 11, Dion Williams.
These are early season turnovers. You typically have those early on in the season. A lot of jitters, a lot of, anxiousness from these guys.
8:55 to play, first half. Coach Petersky calling out the play from our right. That's where the Manta Rays are set up. We got a new look this year too, Coach. We're on a different side than we were last year. They've swapped the home side, the chairs and everything from last season.
Okay.
Jumper is good. Just inside the three-point line. Benny McDuffie, that's his first basket of the ball game, and it's the biggest lead of the day. It's 9 for Florida State. Yeah, we're trying anything we can to erase last year. Any kind of mojo, superstition. So we just completely flip-flopped everything here in the gym. 9-point lead, shot clock to 10. Bacon drives and throws it away. And the official on the baseline is going to say it was deflected by Florida State. So the Highlanders will keep the ball, but only 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Unfortunate because, man, McDuffie is, he's applying a lot of pressure at that point guard position.
7 seconds. Christian Bacon will inbound on the baseline. He'll throw it up top. Wide open 3. Good.
Just the way you draw it up.
Christian Burnett has 9. His second 3 of the ball game. It's back to a 6-point game. Good inbound there from Christian Bacon. Funny how the shortest guy on the court can throw it over everybody's head. Here's a 3 for the Manta Rays. This one's good over in the corner. Alex McCray has his 3rd three-pointer of the ball game. He's got 10. Here's another 3 from the Highlanders. No good. Tipped underneath. Rebounded by Keenan Johnson. 6'8" center for Florida State. Lead is back to 9. 7:25 to play, first half. Well, like Coach Snell said a moment ago, we got the starting lineups. 4 of the starters for Florida State were listed as guards, so I think we knew we were going to have a shooter's match here today.
Oh, man.
Foul on Malachi Stevens. That'll be his first, and it will take us to another media timeout. 7:14 to play. We're in the first half in Barnesville. It's 27-18, Florida State on top.
Dedication, compassion, and integrity. We've got the experience and expertise. When you need some help and you feel like there's nowhere to go, you can count on us for everything you need to know. The seller's lover, where clients become family.
Hey, after the ball game today, Coach Snell and I will get together and decide on our Player of the Game award. And that Player of the Game will receive a free meal to Mama's Kitchen right here in Barnesville. They're located on Highway 41, just past Ingalls. And, Coach, I know you don't spend a lot of time in Barnesville, but let me just suggest, if you're ever over this way, Mama's Kitchen is one of the best restaurants I've ever been to in my entire life.
Man, I saw the Mama's Kitchen on your screen, and you said after the game, me and Coach Snell, and I immediately thought I was getting a little dinner.
You are more than welcome. My wife and I are going, and we would love to treat you to Mama's
man.
Kitchen. It is,
that would be awesome. But Mama back home, man, she expecting.
I understand. 7:14 to play, first half. Florida State on top, 27-18. Big thank you to Thomas and Angie Wellbrook over at Mama's Kitchen for providing our Player of the Game certificate. Three-pointer is no good by McDuffie. Rebounded by Piercy. Piercy got shut off as he got to the free throw line. And now Coach Sheafin will set up the offense. Back to Piercy. He thought about going baseline, but cut off by Jordan Smith. Couple of lefties on each other.
Let's go, move.
Here's Piercy between the legs. 5 on the clock, gotta hurry. Shot off the glass is good. Jamari Piercy, the lefty, banks it home. He has 7 in the ball game, and the lead is down to 7.
As the kids will say, he really got in his bag on that one.
Three-pointer here for the Manta Rays. This one no good. Another offensive board right into the hands of Eddie Mitchell. He shot it, he missed it, he picked it up, and he'll put it up and in. What a sequence there from Mitchell. Lead is back to 9. Inside 6 minutes to play, first half. Daniel Lamont getting ready to check in. Three-pointer by Piercy is no good. Florida State, good no-look pass underneath. Manta Rays may have got away with a travel. Johnson underneath was able to kick it out, and a three-pointer from the top of the key is good by Alex McCray. Alex McCray has 13 points. He has 4 three-pointers in the first half. And the lead is up to 12. Biggest of the day for either team.
Man, I'm so impressed with 2 in his own ball defense, man. He got a little handsy there.
Yeah, that foul is going to go on Benny McDuffie, his first. But, man, he was smothering Christian Bacon. There's so many different puns we can go with Bacon. And I hit about 5 of them last year, so I'm waiting to throw some good ones out this year for Christian. Always the first guy to come up and say hello to us when we get to the gym. Number 6 for Gordon State. One of the few returners from last year's team. Piercy just about threw it away. Now it's saved by Burnett. Last touch here by Florida State.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
Let's see what Coach Sheafin draws up. It's got to be Malachi Stevens to inbound.
We got an open 3 on the last inbound. Let's see what we get here.
We got 5, 4. There's a pick from Lamont. Long three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good by Burnett. Well, if we would have had a logo on the center court line, we could have called from the logo. Good defense down low. Yep, Malachi Stevens coming away with a loose ball. Here's Christian with it, swinging it around to Piercy with a nice head fake. He'll step back. Three-pointer, no good. Lamont fighting for it down low and rebounded by Florida State. Inside 5 to play in the first half. Lead is 12. 32-20. Florida State on top of Gordon State. This is Florida State College out of Jacksonville here with us today. Eddie Mitchell trying to drive.
He got away with a hook on that one.
Another offensive board. Nearly poked away by the Highlanders.
Oh, that
There's a drive. Shot, foul on the baseline, and it's going to send Florida State to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Benny McDuffie will go shoot them. Foul's going to go on Malachi Stevens, number 1, and that'll be his second. So far today, Florida State College, 7 out of 9 at the free throw line. First free throw here is up and good for Benny McDuffie. That'll give him 3 points on the day. 4:04 to play first half. Biggest lead is up to 13. 33-20. Second free throw from McDuffie is good. He sinks them both. Benny McDuffie has 4 points. 13-point lead. Well, this is kind of the same storyline that happened to us last year. A big first half deficit. We would fight back in the second half. And it looks like we're going to have to start this season off the way we ended last season. Piercy trying to drive baseline, kicks it around.
Good movement.
10 on the shot clock.
That's got to be a foul.
No good, no foul. McDuffie will bring it up court. Stops and pops from the free throw line. Air ball. And a foul now going to be called on Gordon State. This one's going to go against number 3, Christian Burnett. That's going to be his second. And it will send the Manta Rays back to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. This time it will be number 5. That is Alex McCray, and we should be coming up on another media timeout. We are. 3:36 to play in the first half. It's 33-20. Let's welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. Once again, glad to have you here with us for our first broadcast of the year. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. The man to my left, Coach Eddie Snell, head coach at Jackson High School. Coach, let's hear all about it. Jackson High School basketball this year. When do we start? And are you going to make it back to the playoffs for a 3rd straight season? I don't know if Jackson's men's program has ever been there 3 years in a row. New region this year.
It is, man. It's a tough region. Man, we got a lot of teams. I think maybe only one team out of our region didn't go to the playoffs.
Wow.
Last year. So, we got our work cut out for us. But, man, I got a good group of kids that, man, they just love the work.
I came by the other day and checked out practice for a few minutes at Jackson High School, and I swear I think Coach has about 47 kids out there. And you did something 2 years ago that no other coach at Jackson High School has ever done for their men's team, and that was start a 9th grade program a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess having that many kids is a good problem to have.
Oh, yeah. And that was the goal, was to create some type of, a 9th grade program that's going to set us up for, the years down the road. And here we are, year 3, and we got a lot of kids that are playing varsity that has played for 3 years, whereas if they didn't play 9th grade ball, they'll be at home sitting around doing nothing, not getting better.
Nothing beats experience.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jackson High School will be in a new region this year, representing Class AA, along with Pike County, Morgan County, Callaway. There's a Macon school, Westside Macon. I'm leaving out somebody, too. There's 6 teams in there. Rutland is the other team out of Macon. So there you go. Those will be your 6 teams. Region 2AA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Both free throws are good for Florida State as Alex McCrary knocks them both down, and the lead is up to 15. 35-20. Florida State on top. Seems like Gordon hasn't scored in forever.
It's hard for Gordon to get their offense going if they don't get to the paint. And 2 is doing a good job of keeping 6 out of the paint.
Lamont missed a wide open look, got his own offensive board. Kicks it up top to Piercy. Piercy with a fadeaway, no good. Ball's knocked loose. Christian Bacon has it.
Pull it out.
Shot clock will reset to 20.
4 games short. 4 games short. 4 games
15-point lead for Florida State. Inside 3 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Piercy, gets a screen, trying to go baseline. 3 on the clock, kicks it out. Long three-pointer, barely nicked the front of the rim, but an offensive board by Malachi Stevens. New shot clock. Christian Bacon with the ball. Under 10 on the shot clock. Piercy gonna draw a foul as he was getting to the free throw line. Foul is gonna go on number 12. That's gonna be Alex Collier, his second. Both teams are in the bonus. So that will send Jamari Piercy to the free throw line. Jamari Piercy wearing number 4, 6'5" sophomore out of Griffin, Georgia. First free throw from the lefty, rattles in, and it's good.
I know that guy looked familiar.
Just up Highway 41.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the closest of any Highlander player on the roster. We did have a guy from Locust Grove. I have to check that out. But Griffin, I think, hands down the closest. Second free throw is no good. So Piercy connects 1 out of 2. 14-point lead, 2:20 to play, first half. Cameron Brown off the bench, getting ready to check in on the next whistle. Florida State swinging it around. Shot clock down to 10. McCrary puts it up. Jumper is good, just outside the paint. Alex McCrary having himself a season opener here today for Florida State. He's got 15 in the first half. Three-pointer in the corner, good. Jamari Piercy, his second 3 of the ball game.
That basket happened because 2 finally got into the paint. He did a good, 6 got in the paint. He did a good job of shaking number 2 and got it out to the perimeter.
Piercy has 11 points. He leads Gordon State. And a whistle and a turnover. Gonna have an offensive foul on Collier. That is Alex Collier's 3rd foul in the first half, so he will check out of the ball game. 37-24, 1:22 to play in the first half. Again, coming up at halftime today, we're going to be joined right here in the broadcast booth by new head coach Greg Sheafin of Gordon State College. We'll sit down and go one-on-one with Coach Sheafin. Pick his brain about what to expect this season and how we got to this point so far. Jumper into paint.
Nice.
Good by Christian Burnett. Just backed his way all the way to the rim. And now it's a 5-0 run for Gordon State.
Yeah, cut it to under 10 before half.
Under a minute to play. 37-26. 15 on the shot clock. Here's McCrary with it. He'll kick it out. Three-pointer, right wing, no good. Offensive board, nope. It's going to go to Brown, and a foul going to go on Florida State. Cameron Brown was able to come away with the rebound.
Who was the foul on? What number?
Foul on Florida State is going to go on number 24, Keenan Johnson. That's going to be his first. And it will send Cameron Brown to the line to shoot 2. 6'10" sophomore Cameron Brown out of Marietta, Georgia. First free throw from Brown on the 1-and-1 is good.
Nice.
That is the 3rd point of the game for Cameron. Cuts the lead down to 10. Brown is ready. Second free throw, no good. So Cam's able to get 1. Gives him 3 in the ball game. About a 7-second difference on the shot clock and a turnover by Florida State. Christian Bacon putting on that pressure. Turnover. Shot clock will turn off. Gordon State can hold for a final shot. 29.6 seconds to play in the first half.
McDuffie trying to get away with a little chicken wing on that.
A chicken wing?
Chicken wing.
Is that an actual basketball term or a Coach Snell coaching term?
Man, that's probably a Coach Snell term, but I'm pretty sure my basketball heads will know what I'm talking about.
Shot clock is off. Or shot clock is on, excuse me, out of the play. 5 seconds. Bacon. Jumper, top of the key, no good. 7 seconds remaining, and the Highlanders will knock it out of bounds. 10-point ball game. 6.1 and a timeout going to be taken here by Florida State College. 37-27 late in the first half. Once again, it's our season opener here today for Gordon State College basketball. First game inside of SARC Arena this year. First broadcast of the new season. Of course, we'll be back in the spring with Gordon State softball. Coach, let me tell you something, man. Last week I had a chance to go over with Coach Hatterman and the softball team and not just go watch, but actually participate in practice. Now, it's been since the year 2007 I last played softball.
Right.
And man, oh man, let me tell you, it was, I felt it. But we were out there for about 2 hours. They had faculty and staff day. I went back at third base like in the old days.
Okay.
Back when Coach Moody was coaching at Jackson High School a long time ago. And that was a fun practice.
Good.
Boy, did I feel it the next day.
Oh, I bet. I bet your wife put in a lot of work in the cold tub.
No, she just laughed at me and said, you knew what you were doing. Should have known better. So here we go, 5 seconds remaining. First half. Florida State with one final shot. McCrary's got it, and he drills it at the horn. Alex McCrary takes the pass and drills it as the horn sounds, and that will take us to halftime, 39-27. It's a 12-point halftime lead for Florida State College. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will sit down and go one-on-one with first-year head coach Greg Schiefen, the new coach at Gordon State. We will talk with Coach Schiefen right here at the broadcast table after this timeout.
Why does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson and Madison sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's actually very simple. It's all about inventory, and we've got it. No matter if you're looking for a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle, or one of our hundreds of high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicles, we have something for everybody. Want to see for yourself? Check out our website at countrysideautomotive.com. At Countryside, we also have the most lenders on site, ready for any credit situation. We even accept all trades. No matter how new, no matter how old, or no matter how much you owe on your current vehicle, you can trade it today. Come see for yourself, and let's find your new ride at Countryside. I-75 exit 205 in Jackson and I-20 exit 114 in Madison.
Welcome everybody to the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. It is halftime here in Barnesville. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media, joined by the new head coach for the Highlanders men's basketball program, Coach Greg Schiefen. We've been talking about him throughout the first half, and we actually had a chance to have Coach come join us here at the broadcast table. And, you know, I was telling Coach earlier in the day and everybody else, I said, last year we interviewed the head coach the last game of the year. I said, probably makes sense to talk to the head coach first game of the year this year. So let me start by saying welcome to Barnesville, welcome to Gordon State College, and welcome to a brand new season of Highlander basketball. I hope you're as excited as I am, Coach.
I am. I think we got a really good group that came in, you know, a lot of good returners that are back and just trying to build off, you know, some of the stuff that they did last year.
Now, let's get to know Coach Schiefen a little bit. By the way, it's pronounced Schiefen. It's not spelled that way, but it's Schiefen. Coach, tell us the journey to Barnesville, how you got here to Gordon State, where you were last year coaching, where you played as a player. Let's get the bio on you.
All right, so I started off playing at the college at Brockport in Brockport, New York, originally from New York, and then I always knew I wanted to get into coaching. So, you know, once I got done playing, I coached at a prep school in Charlotte for a year. Then I went to Corning Community College for 2 years, Division III junior college. Then I went to a Division III 4-year at Alfred University for 2 years. Then after that, went to Misericordia University, another Division III school. Had a really good year there. Went to the NCAA tournament, won our conference championship, and really wanted to make the jump and try and make a jump to get to a higher level. So then I ended up taking the assistant job at Georgia Highlands. I was there 2 years as an assistant, 4 years as the associate head coach.
That ought to make that game against Georgia Highlands this year pretty interesting.
Absolutely, and it's our first conference game, and I'm just glad it's at home.
Oh boy, that'll be a lot of fun when we get to there.
Yep. And then last year I was at Chipola. We had a really good year. I think we were 29-5, and won the Florida State tournament, and then we're the number 6 overall team at Hutch for the national tournament.
So we've got a coach who can win, who knows his basketball, and I won't say everything I saw in practice the other day, but as we were here doing equipment checks and run-throughs, I like what I saw. I like what I heard. This guy right here is fired up and ready to go. And let's talk about your roster a little bit, because as I'm looking down the list right here, I see 4 or 5 names that I remember calling last year. So it's good to have some familiar faces back with the program. But then there's probably 10 to 12 new faces and new names here. So we don't have to go name by name, player by player, but just kind of, your recruiting process, who you brought with you, and maybe touch on some of the guys coming back, what you've seen from them. Yeah,
I think to start with the guys coming back, they've been great so far. I think definitely me coming in gave them kind of a new energy. So, they've been busting their butt every single day. They've been doing everything I've asked, and they've done a really good job of helping us try and set the culture. I've kind of depended on them because they're kind of familiar with everything, even at Gordon State. Cam Brown, the 6'10" kid back from last year, he's had a really, really good preseason. He's put on about 10, 11 pounds in 3 months.
That's what I told him last year. I said, Cam, I hope you eat a lot between last season and this season, because I just felt that we could have buffed him up a little bit, get him tough down in that paint. 6'10" is that's a lot of fun down there when you're that tall and that big.
Absolutely. So just trying to get him to start pushing people around and really having a big presence down there. He's got a great touch. He works his butt off and has done everything I've asked. So he's been great. Having Daniel Lamont back from last year, I think he averaged 8 a game for them last year. I was actually really impressed when I saw him for the first time. He's really, really talented.
Have you learned his nickname yet?
Boat.
Yes.
I don't know why, but
that's why we do these interviews at halftime every game, to learn about our Gordon State players. So, yes, Daniel Lamont, you'll hear the players, you'll hear the coaches. Call them Boat. So just look for number 8 this year. But we'll get to the players at halftime as we work through the season. But, again, right now we're joined by the new head coach of the Highlanders men's program, Coach Greg Sheafin. And today, of course, obviously right now, taking on this team from Florida State College at Jacksonville. And, Coach, when we get done here today, it's going to be a while before we come back home toward the end of November. But, man, oh, man, at the schedule you guys have coming up, including next week. I know in baseball and softball and things like that, it's nothing to play a 3-game series.
Right.
You guys are playing college basketball 3 nights in a row next week on the road.
Yes, that's going to be tough, and we're already banged up a little bit with one of our transfers that came in from Wabash Community College, 6'7", about 210. But we're definitely missing him, so I wish we had him for that stretch, but he's really talented. I think he can help us. Just trying to get him healthy is probably the biggest thing.
All right, so let's talk a little bit off the court real quick. Let's talk about Coach Sheafin in Barnesville, Georgia, in Lamar County. What have you found so far? Where's your go-to restaurant? Where's your secret places that you found? I know you haven't been here long, but what have you learned about this little town that you like so far?
So far, it's definitely been the wings. I think it's Atlanta hometown wings or something like that. I've definitely gone there the most.
Okay.
Yep.
How about the area itself? Have you had a chance to explore just the Barnesville area? I had a chance to go to Buggy Days. That's the big question.
Okay, I have not. I'm not sure what that is, actually.
We got to get Coach to Buggy Days next September. Let you experience a tradition in Barnesville. 3-day festival during the weekend. Yeah, you got to go do that. So let's talk real quick about the conference this year, because last year it was tough for this team. Barely got in, got the last seed to get into the conference tournament. What about this year? You mentioned Georgia Highlands.
Yes.
Have you had a chance to scout any of the teams for the
So
conference?
I know, so I know South Georgia State will be really good. They're always really good, always at the top of the pack in the league, and I know they've brought in actually a couple transfers, which is a little bit different than what he's done previously. I think they'll be really talented. It's always hard to win down there. From my time at Georgia Highlands, we won the league I think 5 out of 6 years, but going down there was probably the hardest place to play in the league. So I know that game will be tough. And then Albany Tech kind of made a run with their new head coach last year. They got to the championship game, ended up losing to Georgia Highlands, but he brought in a lot of talented guys, and they played Chipola tough last night on the road. So got to be prepared for them as well.
Let's talk one more quick question. I'll let you get back to your guys. We'll get ready for the second half. Today's our first game.
Yep.
I want to kind of put you on the spot. So when we get to the final game of the year, we can go back and say, man, Coach knew what he was talking about. Give me the one player on your roster that you think can truly be a star for this team as the year goes on, practice, weight room, game experience. Who's that one guy that you think can really just explode?
Christian Burnett. He's a freshman. He was at Sunrise Christian last year, about 6'4". He's up to, I think, about 190 pounds. Good athlete, but he shoots the cover off the basketball, and I think that can really help us once we get into league. He's got a couple Division I offers already, so I think as our team gets to know each other that he can make a big jump.
All right, there you have it from the head man himself, Coach Greg Schiffen, the new head coach here at Gordon State College in Barnesville. It is halftime. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get ready for the start of the second half. I'm glad I called it second half and not third quarter like I did so many times last year. So, Coach, it's very nice to have you here in Barnesville. Thank you for joining us at the table, and look forward to many great moments this season.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Greg Schiffen join us. Quick timeout, and we'll be back right here with more from SARC Arena at Gordon State College.
Roofing, gutters, siding, painting, concrete, fencing, and more. The list goes on and on. No matter what you need done around the home or office, Advanced Roofing and Interiors can handle it all, even major storm damage. No job too big or too small. When was the last time you checked the condition of your roof? Advanced Roofing and Interiors offers free roof inspections. Don't wait for issues to arise. Contact us today for a free roof inspection. Our expert team will provide an assessment, answer all of your questions, and ensure your peace of mind. Be sure to visit our Facebook page to see recently completed projects and read real customer reviews from real customers. Advanced Roofing and Interiors is locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, and works with all insurance companies. Visit us online at advancedroofingandinteriors.com to learn more and to see all services we offer.
Welcome back, everybody, to SARC Arena here on the campus of Gordon State College in Barnesville, Georgia. We are at halftime, and it's Florida State on top of Gordon State right now by a score of 39-27. Once again, inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth, I'm Chad Feltman, joined by Eddie Snell, the head coach for the men's basketball team at Jackson High School. And Coach, first half is in the books. Nerves are out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
For the players, the coaches, even the broadcaster feels a little bit better right now. We've got a half gone. What are your thoughts on the first half? We'll start with Gordon State.
Really, to me, the key to this game is the matchup at the point guard position between McDuffie and Bacon. I thought toward the end of the first half, McDuffie did a better job, and they did a better job of screening for him, and he got by him, get to the paint. We always say as a basketball coach that you want your point guard to get to the paint, and once you get to the paint, the perimeter game becomes open for those outside shots. But McDuffie, the first 15, 16 minutes, had a lot of pressure. So it'll be interesting to see this second half who wins that matchup between the point guard.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just think that is the key matchup. We got a lot of good perimeter players, got a lot of guys on the block that doing a good job, but to me, the key will be who wins that matchup.
Well, I think another key for Gordon State is going to be who is going to guard number 5 for Florida State, because Alex McCray is sitting on 19 points for the first half. 4 3-point baskets in that first half of play.
Yeah. That's to me that's a combination of him being hot, but also his point guard doing a good job of running that offense, finding him, his teammates setting good screens for him. So it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments Coach will have in order to neutralize him and see if he can stay hot.
He's been hot for sure in the first half. Again, he leads all scorers with 19. For Gordon State, 2 players with 11 points, Christian Burnett and Jamari Piercy. Both have 11 in the first half, and I think we're seeing early in this season, Jamari Piercy, number 4, the lefty for Gordon State, looks like the guy who's going to touch it a lot this season.
Oh, yeah. Coach did a good job of getting him open on those Iverson cuts and running some flat offense to, pop him up on the perimeter, get him going downhill. And he did a good job. He didn't make as many as he probably wanted to, but that's what the second half is for. One of those 2 guys have to get going early in the second half in order for him to cut this lead from what we have 12
now.
12.
It was as high as 15
right
in that first half. Highlanders were able to cut it down to 11 or 10. Yeah, and then right 10. As the horn sounded, McCray hit his 19th point of the half. So that's where we stand right now, 39-27 is our halftime score. Again, we're glad to have all of you here with us. Our first game of the 2024-2025 season here today inside of SARC Arena. Once again, Eddie Snell, head coach for Jackson High School men's program. Glad to have Coach Snell here with us today. And it won't be too much longer. You guys will be getting ready to go, too. What about Thanksgiving or Christmas this year? Any holiday tournaments coming up for you guys?
Unfortunately, we won't be participating in any of those holiday tournaments this year. We'll spend more time with our families this year.
I don't think anybody would complain about that.
I know I won't.
I know you
won't.
My
wife won't.
I know that first year you were coaching at Jackson, that holiday tournament for Christmas, it was a lot.
It was
like
lot.
Christmas week.
It was a lot.
Tournament. So, all right, 39-27. Just about ready to start the second half. We're glad to have you here with us. And again, at halftime today, we were able to chat with Coach Greg Schiefen, get his thoughts on the season, and glad to have Coach Schiefen here in Barnesville with us at Gordon State College. We also got to run into Dr. Tanya Moore, the athletic director, and Dr. Don Green, the president of Gordon State College. Nice to have everybody in the house. It's a big day in Barnesville. Not only basketball going on here, but the football team is playing across town at Lamar County High School today at 4 o'clock. It's homecoming for Gordon State College. So this one's going on now, and football will be coming up today at 4. They'll play that one over at Lamar County. Offensive foul against Gordon State to start the second half. Cam Brown will get hit with his first. Again, after the teams are done today, they will both return to action on Wednesday. Florida State will be back at home in Jacksonville to take on LSA Prep at 6 o'clock Wednesday night. Gordon State will be on the road at Shelton State in Alabama. They'll start a 3-day tournament. They'll be in action next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Two offensive fouls called to
2
start
centers.
this game.
Keenan Johnson, number 24, called with his second foul. Our next home game, if I'm not mistaken, not coming until we all get fat and full for Thanksgiving, or fatter and fuller. I could say it myself, so I want to say our next home game won't be until around the 29th or so. I'll check the schedule here and confirm that in just a moment. 39-27, just underway in the second half, and there's Christian Bacon with a nice dish down low, but it's right off the fingertips of Cameron Brown, and a turnover.
Did a good job of getting to the paint. Maybe a bounce pass, or maybe 13 need to catch that.
So neither team yet to score early on in the second half of play. Again, Highlanders led by Christian Burnett and Jamari Piercy. They both have 11. Florida State led by Alex McCray, number 5. He had 19 in the first half.
Cookies.
Bacon comes away with a steal. Going to try to go all the way. Wild shot down low, no good. Christian hits the deck hard. And a one-handed jam stuffed off the front of the rim by Jordan Smith. That will give Bacon time to get back down the court along with Malachi Stevens. And Christian is hurting. Christian came down on his head underneath the rim. 2 on the shot clock, 1 on the clock, and we're going to have a shot clock violation against Florida State. Boy, what a start in the second half. 2 offensive fouls, a missed dunk.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Shot clock violation.
I'm surprised that guy missed the dunk. I saw him windmilling.
That looked like me trying to play backyard ball a long time ago. On the 8-foot goals. I never could get the 10-foot goals. It was very embarrassing long time ago.
Long time ago for me.
Inside of 18 minutes to play.
Good kick out.
Corner 3. No good. Brown fighting for the loose ball, and it's off his fingertips. Malachi Stevens had a good look in the corner right in front of the Gordon bench, but he couldn't connect on the 3. Last touch by Cam Brown. Glad to have everybody on the broadcast with us today. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Glad to have all of you here with us today from Gordon State College in Barnesville, Georgia. McCray throws it away in the paint. Brown comes away with a loose ball, and now we're going to have a jump ball call. And let's see the possession arrow. They're pointing back down toward Florida State. And the Manta Rays will keep the ball. If you're wondering where Barnesville, Georgia is, we're about an hour south of Atlanta and about an hour north of Macon. We're almost in between here on the western side of I-75. Florida State will inbound once again, had an issue with the shot clock. And the Manta Rays will inbound it with 10 on the clock. Shot is up, no good, knocked around. 2 white jerseys. Highlanders couldn't come away with it. That's got to be what, Coach? At least a half dozen offensive boards now for Florida State?
Yeah, at least a half dozen. And every time they get an offensive rebound,
they score.
Something good happens for them.
And that is the first points of the day for Krishan Ori, number 14. A scoop and score underneath, and now the Highlanders throw it away. Here's McCray, one-on-one. Left-handed layup is no good. Piercy comes away with the rebound for Gordon. Highlanders with numbers 3-on-2, and it's knocked away. And it will stay Gordon State basketball. 14-point lead, 41-27. Florida State on top. They averaged 83 a game last year. Again, made it all the way to the Sweet 16 for the NJCAA National Tournament. Won 26 games last year, the most in program history. Second-year head coach John Petirski leading the way for the Manta Rays. Highlanders will inbound. 41-27. Highlanders looking for their first points of the second half, and there's a long 3 off the side of the rim and hit the baseline. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Florida State ball. 3-pointer by Burnett. He's got 11. And here's that full court press again being put on by Gordon State. Eddie Mitchell with it now for the Manta Rays. Back to McCray. McCray leads all scorers today, 19. 4 3-pointers in the game for McCray. He'll drive, looks down low, and there's the two-handed flush by Keenan Johnson. Oh, what an assist. What a look by Alex McCray. Throws it down low. Johnson gets his first points of the ball game, and Coach, that's about as pretty as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
So we will take our first media timeout here in the second half. It's 43-27, and while we have this media timeout, it's a good time right now for us to tell you about No Fee November. going on here at Gordon State College in Barnesville. Registration is open for new programs, new classes, and all during the month of November, you can apply for free. Free always sounds better, Coach.
Oh,
Tastes
man.
better, sounds better, everything. So
There's nothing like
yes,
free.
so make sure you visit Gordon State College online. You can apply for free all during the month of November. I got a head start on No Shave November. I haven't touched a razor since October the 1st.
Okay.
And the reason why is when I was working with the Atlanta Braves during this season, they wanted to keep the facial hair neat or no facial hair.
No facial hair.
So when we got beat by the Padres on October the 2nd, I said, okay, I got 6 months to grow it back out. So this is 1 month in right here. So.
Okay. Looks nice.
Thank you.
Look like you keep it trimmed.
Yeah, I did today. Did a little work on it. But,
okay.
you know, when the Braves come calling again and we start in April, it'll be babyface once again. So, but if that's all it takes to go to work for the Braves, I'll shave the beard.
You know, I don't think I can participate in No Shave November.
I don't know if I've ever seen you with a beard or goatee or anything.
I've had them a few times,
you?
man,
Okay.
but yeah, it's hard keeping up with that.
My wife hates it. She says it makes me look 20 years younger. She don't like it when I look younger than she does. By the way, my wife is on the camera today running it for us, and since she's listening high above her, I'm going to ask her if she can cut that camera down just a tad, if she can bring it down just a little bit more for us. There we go. She's got the headphones on.
She
Looks
does a
perfect.
good job with that camera.
She is a great, great woman, man. You want to talk about blessed and, well, they say out-punt your coverage?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
You definitely did that.
5 on the shot clock for the Highlanders. Burnett with it, swings it around. Shot at the buzzer, no good. It didn't touch the rim. And it's going to be a turnover for Gordon State. Malachi Stevens on the baseline. Couldn't get it to fall. Brown came crashing in for the offensive board, but it didn't even nick the board or the rim. So each team now with a shot clock violation here in the second half. Gordon is still yet to score. We're almost 5 minutes in. Florida State has scored 4 here in the half. They've got the ball now, 10 on the clock for the Manta Rays. Here's McCray, 19 points in the ball game, kicks it out, three-pointer off the side of the rim, another offensive board, and now trapped in the corner is Eddie Mitchell. 5-second violation, or do we get a timeout? Let's see. It looks like Coach Pertierski got a timeout just in time. He did.
Yeah, he was casual with it, too.
So a quick timeout. We'll welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. Coach Eddie Snell here with me. All right, you said you were going to put some coaches on blast to come join me this year for local high schools around this area. Who's the first coach you're calling out? Because you know I'm going to call them come first thing Monday morning. So who are you calling?
You know what? Our head girls basketball team, head coach, JT Turner, who was actually, been with me for the past 2 years. Now he has an opportunity to take over the girls program. I think he's going to do a fantastic job with that. But he will be the first guy.
First one you're calling out, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, who's number 2 on the list?
That would probably be either O.J. Moore, Coach Moore from Griffin,
okay,
or Coach West from Spalding.
Well, neither one of them can talk about it being a long distance.
They can't complain about
right down
that.
Highway 41 takes, 15 minutes to get here?
Oh, man, it's a hop, skip, and a jump.
All right, there you go. Coach Eddie Snell has
and
put
right
the
here,
challenge
Coach
out.
Strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach Strong right here.
You guys see Lamar County enough each year that
man.
we should have had a dual broadcast with Coach Strong here with us. Inbound pass is off the fingertips of Keenan Johnson. He hits the deck hard. Coach Pertierski was calling for a push-off, didn't get the call. Lamont will drive, shot under the basket, no good. Stripped away by Burnett. Here's Brown with it. His shot is no good, but he'll draw the foul. And Cam will go to the line and shoot 2. Foul's going to go on Keenan Johnson, number 24. That is his 3rd. And for the second time today, Cameron Brown will go back to the free throw line and shoot 2. Gordon State is 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Brown 1 of 2 so far. Make it 2 out of 3 as he hits the first. Coach, you got any kind of crazy programs or stuff at Jackson High School as far as free throw shooting? If you miss so many per game, is it like 1 suicide per missed free throw? Anything crazy?
Well, I mean, we do a lot of pressure free throws, like toward the end of practice. You know, we run what we call devils, and devils are determined by how many free throws you make. And if you miss them, you run more. If you make them, you run less. As simple as that. So we don't try to over-analyze it or make it more complicated than it needs to be, man. Knock your shots down.
5 on the shot clock for Florida State. McCrae's got it. 2 on the clock. Swings it to the corner at the horn. It's no good. Rebound, Gordon State. Here's Piercy bringing it up court. It's going to go all the way. Good screen. Oh, they're going to call Cam with an offensive foul. It looked like Cam Brown was going to pave the way for Piercy to get to the rim, but he's going to get called with an offensive foul, a moving screen on Cameron Brown. It'll be his second. And it will give Florida State the ball right back. We are 6 minutes into the second half, and so far, Florida State has outscored Gordon College 4-2. We've had more fouls, more turnovers. We've had more shot clock violations.
That's a far cry from first half. They was letting it fly in the first half.
Three-pointer is no good. Shot was taken by Eddie Mitchell. And we're going to have a foul being called here on Florida State. Foul's going to go on number 3, Jordan Smith. He's got a push called against him. It's his first. 43-29, season opener here today inside of SARC Arena. Gordon State College, Florida State College at Jacksonville. Jumper from the free throw line is short from Malachi Stevens. Offensive board by Lamont. He'll lean in, off the glass, and one.
Yeah, he's missed maybe 2 or 3 of those shots, and it's good for him that one went down.
So Daniel Lamont gets his first basket of the ball game. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Foul was on Jordan Smith, number 3. That's his second of the ball game. And that should make it a 43-31 game. Yeah, it should be 43-31. Free throw was no good. It should be 43-31. There you go.
Got it.
There you go. Now we're good. Don't be holding our points over here now. Come on, guys. Yeah, you got to punch that button on the score clock. Might have to step on it.
Oh, he was over the line.
Yep, got to be a turnover here by Florida State. Jordan Smith.
That baseline, a lot of people don't know the rules on that. You get a lot of traveling calls on that baseline out of bounds.
12-point lead for Florida State. Almost halfway through the second half. Highlanders trying to get it back to within single digits. Wide open three-pointer, no good by Burnett. Rebound, Manta Rays. McCrae will swing it around, and another infraction here on Florida State as Jordan Smith stepped on the line right in front of his bench. And now we'll get Abraham Garza come check into the ball game. He will replace number 14, Krishan Ori.
Hey, 4 games short.
43-31. It's a 12-point game. Highlanders got it back to within 10 right at the end of the first half. And then right when the horn sounded, Alex McCrae hit a shot at the buzzer. That stretched the lead back to 12 at halftime. We're right there at 12 again. Highlanders trying to get it down low to Piercy. Piercy left-handed off the glass. Good. Jamari Piercy, his first basket of the second half, and it's back down to 10, 43-33. 12:05 to play. Smith will drive. His left-handed floater is no good, and it goes out of bounds. No foul called. Coach Petersky trying to plead with the official to get a foul, but that's what you want your big man to do there, Coach. Cameron Brown, all 6'10" of them, just like a statue in the paint.
Yeah.
No foul, out of bounds, and the Highlanders are going to get the ball back. 12 minutes to play in the half. Welcome back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth, along with Coach Eddie Snell. I'm Chad Feltman, and it took a while to get this second half going, but Gordon's got a chance here to get it back down to single digits, Coach.
Yeah, man, they're doing a good job of not fouling the last, 3 or 4 possessions where, we started the half off with 2 offensive fouls. But they're doing a good job of being in position, and even on the traps or the full court pressure, Florida State is doing a good job of getting it across half court. But as when you put those presses in, you don't always get a steal in the backcourt. Sometimes you get it, later on down in the shot clock. So what you force them to do is speed up their offense. And eventually you're going to get a turnover. And that's what they're doing.
Gordon is on a nice little run right now, trailed by as many as 15. And right now the Highlanders have got it down to just 10 with 12 minutes to play. And I was looking at the schedule here for Gordon State. Indeed, our next home game after today, not until Saturday, November the 30th.
November 30th.
So we've got almost an entire month after today.
That's the Iron Bowl.
The Iron Bowl. Who plays in that again?
I know Alabama playing. I'm not sure who the opponent will be.
Do you speak of that other team in Alabama?
We don't typically.
I didn't know how an Alabama State alumni would go about that. So.
Well, my baby is a sophomore at the University of Alabama. So, a lot of my money goes to that school.
That check from Eddie Snell clears every single month for tuition.
Barely.
Inside 12 minutes to play. 10-point ball game. Piercy has it, trying to work his way all the way to the rim. Fadeaway jumper, nice. He's got it. Jamari Piercy with 15, and it's back to 8.
Silky smooth.
It's a 7-0 run for the Highlanders. Jamari Piercy trying to put his name in the hat for the player of the game and get that free meal to Mama's Kitchen in Barnesville. Under 10 on the shot clock. McCray with a 3, and Alex McCray hits his 5th three-pointer of the ballgame. Back to 11. Piercy will draw the foul. As he is driving to the paint, they're going to call the foul on Eddie Mitchell, number 0. That's going to be his second. 5 threes in the ballgame for Alex McCray. He's got 22 to lead all scorers.
Man, it seems like every time we, cut it to within, double digits or cut it under double digits, McCray does a good job of, quieting down the crowd by making shots.
Here's Piercy with it. He leads Gordon with 15. He'll work on McCray. Fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Strong rebound by Jordan Smith, number 3. And the Highlanders are going to get hit with a foul. Number 8, Daniel Lamont, came crashing down on Smith, and that's going to be the second foul for Lamont. 10:43, second half. 46-35. 11-point lead for Florida State. They're in the dark blue. Highlanders and their home whites here today. Florida State trying to get it inside. They will, but a foul going to be called before the shot. And it's going to go against Malachi Stevens. That'll be his 3rd foul.
I haven't saw a lot of McDuffie during this second half. I thought he was a catalyst for them on defense.
Baseline jumper, good by Eddie Mitchell. He's got 9. He may be stuck to the jersey of Christian Bacon as much as he was smothering Christian in the first half. Burnett throws it away. Here come the Manta Rays, and a nice finger roll by Eddie Mitchell. He's got 2 more, and the lead is back to 15. And now Florida State's on a 7-0 run. Highlanders had a 7-0 run to cut it to 8. Florida State on a 7-0 run. They've extended it back to 15 as we're inside 10 minutes to play, second half. Piercy, three-pointer, air ball. Out of bounds. It'll be Florida State basketball. Sub checking into the ball game here for Gordon State, Giorgio Francesi. 6'6" sophomore is coming into the ball game. He wears number 15. Number 15 in the ball game. The lead is 15. Francesi is out of Italy. Barnesville is a long way from Italy.
Yeah, well, not too far from Little Italy.
That's true. That's true. Inside 10 minutes left in the half. Glad to have all of you on the broadcast with us today. First game of the season for both teams. Running jumper is good. Abraham Garza has his 5th point of the ball game. It's a 9-0 run.
Got to find a way to get a bucket right here.
Here's Burnett going to get the screen from Brown. Working one-on-one with Smith. Baseline jumper short, front of the rim. Rebound. And here comes McCray. One-on-one with Lamont. Shot blocked, but a foul going to be called as McCray was taking it to the rim. Foul's going to go on Daniel Lamont, number 8. That will be his 3rd. And it will send McCray to the line to shoot 2. He has 22 points in the ballgame, had 19 in the first half. He has hit 5 3-pointers today for Florida State.
Yeah, he's probably got about 3 or 4 assists during this second half.
He will go to the line and shoot 2. First one is good. Boy, Florida State has killed it from the free throw line today.
What is that now?
12 out of 14. Here's the second. It's good. Make it 13 out of 15. 2 more for McCray. That gives him 24 in the game. Biggest lead of the game. It's up to 19 points. It's an 11-0 run for Florida State. Gordon cut it down to as little as 8. They went on a 7-0 run, and then boom, all of a sudden, Florida State is just dominated. And now the Highlanders will turn it over. Gordon State on the baseline.
Right now, the offense looked disjointed.
It was going so great. Highlanders cut it down to 8. And now all of a sudden, Florida State on an 11-0 run. They lead by 19. Last year they averaged 83 a game. They're still quite a ways from that, but they're up by 19. Shot down low is no good. Offensive rebound, putback is no good. But another foul coming here on Gordon State. Foul's going to go on number 15, Gio Francesi. That will be his first. And it will send Florida State back to the line to shoot 2, Alex Collier. Looking for his first points of the ball game. And first free throw is no good. Alex Collier wearing number 12 out of Creekside High School in Jacksonville, Florida. Trying to extend the lead to 20. And again, looking for his first points of the ball game. Second free throw is no good. He missed them both.
Got to get that rebound.
It will be Gordon State basketball.
He's fortunate on that one.
Florida State 13 out of 17 from the free throw line. 8 minutes left to play. Highlanders, three-pointer, left wing, too strong, no good by number 23, Satan Oki. Three-pointer here for the Manta Rays is no good. Ball tip, knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Florida State ball. And we'll go to our media timeout inside 8 minutes to play. 7:43 to be exact. It is 54-35. Florida State is on top of Gordon State.
Why does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson and Madison sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's actually very simple. It's all about inventory, and we've got it. No matter if you're looking for a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle, or one of our hundreds of high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicles, we have something for everybody. Want to see for yourself? Check out our website at countrysideautomotive.com. At Countryside, we also have the most lenders on site, ready for any credit situation. We even accept all trades. No matter how new, no matter how old, or no matter how much you owe on your current vehicle, you can trade it today. Come see for yourself, and let's find your new ride at Countryside. I-75 exit 205 in Jackson and I-20 exit 114 in Madison.
Welcome back to SARC Arena inside of Gordon State College, Barnesville, Georgia. First game of the year for Gordon State and Florida State College out of Jacksonville. They're up by 19. Jumper in the paint, too strong by Jordan Smith.
Good rebound.
7:30 left in the ball game. Three-pointer from Burnett, and finally he's able to drain one.
He got himself squared up then and hit a nice shot.
54-38.
Let's see if we can capitalize on that.
You know, we're going to have to get an update at the end of the ball game as McCray is too strong and a late whistle coming in. Oh, man, that ball was off the rim into the hands of Satan Oki. Late foul called against Gordon.
I thought that was a good contest at the top.
Well, it's going to send McCray back to the line for 2 free throws. We have not seen Christian Bacon in the game here in the second half. Christian took a hard fall underneath the rim right on the baseline in the first half after he tried to go up for a layup.
Yeah, it's interesting, the matchup that we talked about at halftime, McDuffie and Bacon, we hadn't seen much of any of those two during the second half.
McCray has 2 more. He hits both free throws. He's got 26 in the game. He leads all scorers. 56-38. It's an 18-point game. Highlanders go down low. There's the give and go. The assist from Burnett, and he'll find Darius Zachary. His first points of the ball game.
Man, that's a tough find with all the hands. You know, Florida State's been doing a good job of taking away the back door and the passes underneath this second half, but he was able to find 2 underneath the basket.
Darius Zachary, 6'2 sophomore out of Newnan, Georgia, has 3 points now. And, Coach, he was our sharpshooter last year. You put that man beyond the arc, and he was 99 out of 100. So to see him cut underneath the basket, I got a little excited for a moment. What you seeing that?
Can that still count as 3?
It did. Yes, sir. 15 on the clock. Florida State just did get it across half court.
That was close. Good pressure.
7 on the shot clock. Here's a drive. Shot off the glass. It's good. Left-handed lay-in by Abraham Garja with about 3 seconds on the clock. Just scooped it and scored it, and now we're going to have a foul called on Florida State. They're going to get Eddie Mitchell. He was locked up over there.
You know what? The great Nick Saban, I heard him on game day this morning. He said something that resonated with me. He said, you know, we don't feel pressure, we apply pressure. And that's kind of what you see out of this bunch. You know, as much pressure as Gordon is applying, they don't really feel it as much.
Long 3 from Burnett. Knocked down, no foul. Shot no good. Tipped away and stolen in the hands of Dion Williams. 6 minutes to play. 16-point lead for Florida State, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Williams with it again. Trying to create some space, 5 on the clock. Dumps it down low, shot blocked, put back is good. Shot by Zachary, no good. It was blocked, but there was Dion Williams to put it up and in. 58-44. And the Highlanders just about came away with a steal. It was a 19-point lead. It's down to 14.
It looks like Coach is going with a smaller lineup, but, man, they are getting after it on defense.
You got some names that haven't been in there all game. Number 2, Darius Zachary. Number 5, Amari Adams is in. Number 11, Dion Williams. Haven't called much of their names all game. 5:25 to play. Gordon State trying to claw back in late. And we got a whistle and a foul going to be called against Gordon. Amari Adams trying to check number 11, Abraham Garza. Got his hands in there, and that will send Florida State to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Look like Coach Petirski is trying to counter that with size by inserting Keenan Johnson into the lineup.
Garza, the lefty. Here comes the front end of the 1-and-1. No good. Rebound. Gordon State. Oki's got it. 5:15 to play. Oki will set up the pick. Shot, top of the key is good. They call it a 2. They did. He had a split on the line. Burnett.
That's okay.
Has 15. It's back down to 12 with 5 minutes to play. Still by the Highlanders. And it's stolen right back.
10.
10-second violation.
10 seconds.
Florida State didn't get it across the half-court line. You can hear the crowd.
They never had possession.
Gordon State trailed by 19. It's now down to just 12 inside 5 minutes to play. And this different look, this new lineup on the court here for the Highlanders, getting the job done. Amari Adams, number 5, setting up the offense. Stopped his dribble, going to need some help. Here's Burnett to bail him out. Burnett with 15 in the game, gets the pick from Williams. Here's Amari. Drive shot is good.
Hey,
Count the basket.
Sometimes it's not about your best players, but who's playing the best. Who's playing the best at any given moment.
First points of the game for Amari Adams. The foul is on Garza, his 3rd. The lead is down to 10. Once again, a chance to get it back to within single digits for Gordon State. We got it down to 8 earlier in the half, and then Florida State went on an 11-0 run to stretch it to 19. Adams with the free throw. It's good, and it's a 9-point game. 4:36 to play. Full court press. Highlanders smothering the Manta Rays. Here's McCray with it. Just does get it across the half-court stripe in time. He'll go to Garza. Being guarded by Darius Zachary. Garza, oh, nice give and go underneath. What a look from Garza to Keenan Johnson with a 2-handed jam. It's back to an 11-point lead. Florida State's had a couple of those today. Top of the key, 3-pointer, no good. Loose ball foul coming against Gordon State. Foul's going to go on Darius Zachary. That'll be his first foul. 3-pointer by number 23, Satan Oki. The Gordon bench to our left was off their feet, ready to jump out of their shoes if Oki would have hit that 3. Foul going to be called on Zachary. 4:07 to play. It's an 11-point lead. So we'll be in a 1-and-1 situation here for Florida State, and it'll be Jordan Smith shooting the free throws.
They missed the last 1-and-1.
He's got 6 points on the day, none so far in the second half. First free throw, he missed it again. Long rebound.
Got to get that rebound.
Smith touched it last and knocked it out of bounds. Well, the 1-and-1s have not been friendly for Florida State.
That's 4 points.
4 minutes to play. 60-49. Florida State on top of Gordon State. Florida State led by 19 just a few moments ago. Highlanders swinging it around. Here's Adams off the fingertips. Williams has it, trapped on the baseline, off the glass, and no good. Had a pretty good shot. Putback is good, though. That's Oki. Seitan Oki hits the deck and gets it to fall for his first points of the game.
Let him out.
Lead is back down 9. Finally, the Highlanders get an offensive board and they cash in. Here's Garza. He'll drive, throws it right into the hands of Darius Zachary. 3:10 to play. 9-point game.
Got to get a good shot here.
Christian Burnett with the ball, and looks like we're going to have a foul called on Florida State. Foul will go against Garza, number 11. That'll be his 4th. One more, and he's done. Media timeout here with 3:05. We're going to keep it right here because it's gotten very exciting all of a sudden. Welcome back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. I'm Chad Feltman. This is Coach Eddie Snell, men's head basketball coach at Jackson High School, joining me here today. And boy, Coach, you want to talk about a roller coaster, man. This has had all of its peaks and valleys, highs and lows. And Gordon down by as many as 19, got it down to 9, and that's where we are right now with 3:05 to play. The whole different unit out here, though, you pointed out a few moments ago.
It is. Like I said before, sometimes you have to go with the guys that are playing the best instead of playing your best players. And that's what Coach has done. And he's found a group that can, apply pressure on defense and finish some shots on offense. And those guys are doing a good job right now.
Christian Burnett with 15 points. Jamari Percy also with 15 points. But, boy, it's been all about the resurgence so far. Off the bench here in the second half by Darius Zachary, number 2. Again, a guy who, lights it up beyond the arc, but he's gotten some points down in the paint, couple of steals, and he's really lit a spark into this team here in the late game.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes is for you to hit one shot. Your defense gets better, your ball handling, your passing, everything's get better just by making one good play. And, and that's happened with several Highlanders in the last, 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep.
So hopefully they can, put a couple of strings of good defense, good offense together and come away with a victory.
When the game's over, we will give out the Player of the Game award and give out some free food to Mama's Kitchen here in Barnesville. Got a couple of contenders for that Player of the Game award coming up here. Maybe it'll come in overtime and a Gordon State come-from-behind victory.
Yeah.
3:05 left in the game. 60-51. Florida State is on top. Highlanders getting ready to go to the free throw line after the foul by Abraham Garza on Christian Burnett. Burnett and Jamari Percy each have 15 in the game. Critical free throw here. It's off the back of the iron. It's no good and rebounded by McCray. McCray pushes it up court to Garza. McCray leads all scorers here today. He has 26 points. 5 3-pointers in the ballgame today for Alex McCray. 3-pointer from the right wing is good, and that's a big one for Krishan Ori. He's got 5 in the game, and it's back to a 12-point lead. 2.5 to play. Burnett with a 3. He drills it with 2 hands in his face. Christian Burnett drills the 3, and how he got that over the hands of Krishan Ori, I have no clue, because Ori was there with all 10 fingers in his eyelids. Lead back down to 9. 2:20 to play. McCray just about had it stolen from behind. Layup is good. Give him 2 more. He's got 28.
He plays with so much control.
3-pointer, good! Amari Adams, his first 3. It's an 8-point game. Closest Gordon has been since late in the first half. Inside 2 minutes to play. This was not over with just yet. Keep the ball out of McCray's hands and watch Garza drive to the paint if you're Gordon. And right now, Florida State is going to take as much time as they can. Here's a floater. No good, but an offensive rebound by Garza.
Now they get a chance to run an extra 20 seconds off the clock.
If there is one thing the Highlanders are going to be able to go back and film and watch and kick themselves in the rear end, it's going to be offensive rebounding they have given up today. Foul on Amari Adams will be his second. And that'll be his second foul. Stops the clock. 90 seconds left in the ballgame. Abraham Garza back to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one from the lefty is no good. Beg your pardon, that was a 1-and-1.
You know, it's interesting. First half, they couldn't miss free throws. Now they can't hit a 1-and-1.
They have missed 3 straight 1-and-1s on the front end. 1:15 to play. Gordon down by 8. Floater off the glass, no good. Strong rebound by Jordan Smith. 1:10 to play. Getting down to the final minute of the ball game. 1 minute on the clock. Alex McCray with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for a screen, and he'll draw a foul. 8 on the clock, and McCray will draw the foul from Darius Zachary, his second.
It should be a 2-shot foul.
Florida State has shot 22 free throws on the day and make it 23. 16 out of 23.
And they missed 3 opportunities to shoot more.
You're right. McCray misses his second. It's a 9-point game.
How many timeouts they got?
I think they're going to go with a full here from Gordon State. 30-second timeout for Gordon State, so we'll hold it right here as well. It is 66-57. Once again on Wednesday, both teams will be in action. Florida State's heading back home to Jacksonville. They'll take on LSA Prep Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Gordon State will head to Shelton State over in Alabama. That'll be in a 3-day tournament. They will play Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They'll get that started Wednesday night, 8 o'clock our time, 7 o'clock Alabama time. Shelton State.
Well, at least they get a chance to be in the great state of Alabama.
I've been waiting on you to run for governor or something over there.
Man, there's a lot of competition over there, man. I got to beat out Charles Barkley, Bo Jackson.
I say we let Charles Barkley and Bo Jackson just beat each other up.
Don't forget about old Frank Thomas over there.
Oh, the big hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine that in a WWE match? WrestleMania, Bo Jackson, Frank Thomas, Charles Barkley.
Oh, man. Can you believe they were all on the same campus at the same time?
3-pointer from Burnett. He gets it to fall.
Nice.
The lead is down to 6. 41 seconds.
Got a trap in the corner.
McCray's got it. And a foul going to be called against Gordon State. Foul's going to go on Burnett. That will be his third. Burnett making a strong case for our Player of the Game award.
That's what, 19?
He's got 22 in the
22.
ballgame. Yep. 5 3-pointers for Christian Burnett, wearing number 3.
And looked like he's playing a little gimpy, too. On one of the fouls, looked like he tweaked an ankle.
Garza will go to the free throw line and hits the first one. Christian Burnett, 6'4" freshman, Sunrise Christian Academy out of Milledgeville, Georgia.
Milledgeville. Know a lot of good people down in Milledgeville.
Second free throw, good from Garza. He's got 2 more. 30 seconds to play. It's an 8-point game. Amari Adams with a floater off the glass, and it falls. The lead is back to 6. Full court press. And a foul going to be called on Burnett. This will be against Jordan Smith, who had the ball in his hands. 68-62. Let's not forget, this was a 19-point lead for Florida State. A little after the halfway mark of the second half, and Gordon State has fought all the way back to get it to within 6 points.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, Coach can be, he can point out a lot of good things during film session and at practice. And, this could lead to big things down the road.
This was such deja vu from last year. We did this to ourselves every game, 15 to 20-point deficits, and would just come fighting back.
Right.
2 more points there for Jordan Smith. He's got 8. The lead is 8, 20 seconds to play. Amari Adams, scoop and score again. Amari Adams has come off the bench and has 9 points here in the second half. Inbound pass nearly stolen. And a foul going to be called here on the Highlanders with 14.2 remaining. Darius Zachary almost came away with that inbound pass. Foul is on Amari Adams, number 5. That'll be his 3rd. And it will send Abraham Garza to the free throw line. Garza has 9 points in the ball game.
I don't think we've had a substitution in the last, 8-9 minutes?
It has been a while for sure.
Yeah. I think Coach has found a good lineup that he likes.
Second free throw is good, and all of a sudden Florida State has hit 7 straight free throws after missing 3 in a row. 10 seconds to play. It's an 8-point ball game, and a double dribble going to be called against Gordon State. And more than likely, that is how this one will come to an end. Coach Sheehan calling, don't foul, don't foul. 9 seconds left. Good call. It's an 8-point lead. And let's see if Florida State will just run out the clock. It looks like they will. Garza's going to have it. 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be the final here this afternoon in Barnesville. A valiant effort from Gordon State. Highlanders trailed by as many as 19 points in the second half. Got it all the way down to 6. And at the end of the day, it's going to be an 8-point victory for Florida State College. 72-64. Quick timeout. We'll come back with your totals and give out the award for our player of the game. That's coming up next.
Roofing, gutters, siding, painting, concrete, fencing, and more. The list goes on and on. No matter what you need done around the home or office, Advanced Roofing and Interiors can handle it all, even major storm damage. No job too big or too small. When was the last time you checked the condition of your roof? Advanced Roofing and Interiors offers free roof inspections. Don't wait for issues to arise. Contact us today for a free roof inspection. Our expert team will provide an assessment, answer all of your questions, and ensure your peace of mind. Be sure to visit our Facebook page to see recently completed projects and read real customer reviews from real customers. Advanced Roofing and Interiors is locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, and works with all insurance companies. Visit us online at advancedroofingandinteriors.com to learn more and to see all services we offer.
Dedication, compassion, and integrity. We've got the experience and expertise. When you need some help and you feel like there's nowhere to go, you can count on us for everything you need to know. The seller's lover, where clients become family.
Welcome back to Gordon State College in Barnesville. We've got a final here today, as you can see on your screen. Florida State College of Jacksonville, 72. Gordon State, 64. As we welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth one final time this afternoon. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media, joined again today by Coach Eddie Snell, the head basketball coach for the men's program at Jackson High School. And before I forget, thank you for joining me here today. It's always a blast to have you on the broadcast. And man, I hope we can do this some. I know you're about to be a very, very, very busy man. So not only do I appreciate you being here today, but tell your wife I said thank you for loaning you to me as well today, because I know she ain't going to see you a lot between now and probably March.
Yeah, she's not.
But it was a good start to the season. Gordon State, again, trailed by as many as 19 in that second half. We got it down to 8.
6.
And then they went on an 11-0 run to stretch it to 19, and then boom, about midway through that second half, you called it, an entirely different lineup out there. And a lot of that off the bench. Amari Adams, number 5, didn't have a single shot, much less a point, until about 8 minutes left in the ball game. He finishes with 9 for Gordon State. You also had Darius Zachary come in. Only finished with 3, but the defense he put on, the full court press, the steals, the passes. And, I mean, these guys just came in and just took over and got it all the way down to within 6. And I know you never like to give out moral victories, but you're getting beat by 19 and you bring it back down to 6. That's a pretty good showing to this team. Didn't give up, didn't quit.
Well, yeah, especially early on in the season. You're looking for an identity. As a coach, you're also looking for lineups that they may not be your starting lineup, but it would be a group that you throw out there just to change the tempo of the game. So I think coaches found something good, especially we knew what Christian Barnett would be doing, but just finding something in Amari and some of the other guys is going to be beneficial to him down the stretch or once we get into conference play.
Well, let's give you our finals, our numbers here tonight. I know we've got folks from Florida State College tuned in on the broadcast. We want to say thank you for joining us all the way from Jacksonville here today. We'll start with the Manta Rays. Eddie Mitchell finished today with 9. Benny McDuffie had 4, but we did not see McDuffie at all in the second half. Jordan Smith finished the day with 8. Alex McCray led everybody. 29 points in the ball game. He had 19 at halftime today. Abraham Garcia had 11. Krishan Ori with 5. And the center, Keenan Johnson, finished with 4. Now for the Highlanders of Gordon State College, Malachi Stevens ends the day with 2. Darius Zachary had 3. Christian Burnett led all scorers with 22 for the Highlanders. Jamari Piercy had 15 on the day. Again, Amari Adams came in with about 7 minutes left in the ball game and quickly 9 points in the blink of an eye. Good second half showing for Amari Adams. Daniel Lamont with 2, Deion Williams with 2, Cameron Brown with 5, and Satan Oki with 2. Once again, your final score, it's Florida State College 72 and Gordon State 64. And now, Coach, it's time to hand out our Player of the Game award. And again, this Player of the Game today is going to be getting the free meal to Mama's Kitchen here in Barnesville. You want to talk about the best burgers and hot dogs and ribs and steaks. Oh, I wish you could go with us and eat today, because I promise you would certainly enjoy it. Big thank you to Thomas and Angie over at Mama's Kitchen for giving one player today a free meal to Mama's Kitchen.
One
Coach,
lucky player.
Yeah, you want to do the honors? You want to give it out? I think we kind of had an agreement. It was tight for a while.
It was.
But toward the end, I think we had a runaway winner, Coach.
I think this guy is going to be big for the Highlanders going forward. But number 3, Christian Burnett with 22 points.
Yep, 22 and 5 3-pointers.
Oh, yeah.
3 of them in the second half. And it was going back and forth in the ballgame with Christian Burnett and Jamari Piercy. They both had 15 points.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, with about 7 or 8 minutes left, that's when Burnett really went off and had 2 crucial 3-pointers. Again, 22 on the day for Christian Burnett. He will be our player of the game and get the free meal to Mama's Kitchen.
Yeah.
72-64. Next up, Florida State College back at home Wednesday night. They're coming to Jacksonville. They'll take on LSA Prep, 6 p.m. tip-off. Gordon State is heading over to Alabama. 3 games, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They will get that triple header started Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, where they take on Shelton State. It's going to wrap it up for us here today. We want to say thanks to Dr. Tanya Moore, the athletic director here at Gordon State College, and our president, Don Green, for giving us permission and being here today, to Coach Greg Schiefen, and also a big thank you to Coach John Patierski for Florida State College for the roster starters. And it always helps when you have coaches who can participate. Hint, hint. who can get the starting lineups to the media team early. Hint, hint.
Come
it
on,
makes our
man.
job so
Come
much
on.
easier. So thank you so much.
I thought I was on time a couple of times.
Thank you to Coach Pertiski and Coach Schiefen, and, of course, to my wonderful wife who was on the camera with us all day today. We appreciate everybody's help, and we're back to do it again. Next home game, next broadcast for Gordon State will be coming up on Saturday, November the 30th. We will be right back here. Hard to believe it's going to be almost a month before we're back, but we'll be here, and we will be ready to go. Coach Snell, as always, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. Had a blast. Hope we can do it again.
Man, I had an awesome experience here. First college game. Hopefully, you'll have me back.
Well, the door is always open. As long as my wife's around, you'll have the key to the door. So you will always be invited. Thank you for joining us. Best of luck to the Jackson Red Devil basketball team this year. Hope we're talking about you guys come state playoff time again next spring.
That will be awesome.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for our broadcast. Thank you to all of you for tuning in as well. For Coach Eddie Snell, for my wife Ashley, I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. Once again, final score, Florida State 72, Gordon State 64. Congratulations to Christian Burnett, our player of the game. We will talk to you all again on Saturday, November 30th. Have a great weekend, and as always, go Highlanders.
Thank you.